Hello folks, welcome to another video. This is a weekend video, of course. Bottled water. Of course, when I'm done, it'll be going into the recycle bin. Hopefully this bottle actually gets recycled and not thrown in a landfill. And again, these Orzaka bottle, I don't see anywhere where it says made from well, actually, hold on. Made better. Well, anyways. Alright, so today I'm smoking a Macanudo. It's I guess the entry Macanudo Connecticut leaf V-cut. A light cigar. It is hot and humid out here with no wind at all, so I may not make it through. Let's toast it. Hope it's the light. Anyways. Of course, my dual flame Cigar lighter. There we go. A little bit more touching, and that should do it. So, right, so I guess this is a weekend video. So this weekend, I forget if both of these police incidents was in Ohio or one was in Illinois, one is in Ohio. So basically, this one is definitely in Ohio. So it's at a I guess a convenience store or a corner store. So it seemed the guy was trying to steal something from the store, and I guess he was a repeat stealer, a repeat thief. So the two guys, behind the counter, I'm assuming they're the owner. So they call the cops. So in the video, we are already the cops have already arrived. There's like four cops or five cops wrestling with the dude, and yes, it's not like in the dojo, where you're wrestling with your BBJ instructor or your BBJ I forgot the word was for the partner. This is say partner, and you're twisting each other's arms and legs. And no, cops, some departments do teach their officers some martial arts, some restraining technique. But for the most part, I guess some don't. But again, if you're in the street and you're resisting a person who's resisting you 100%, again, it's not the same thing as in the dojo, or boxing, or in a boxing training camp, or in a boxing camp. Or in a Muay Thai training camp. So yes, there's this one guy. Don't know how big the dude is, but there's four men trying to hold the dude down. So these two female officers come in, and then one of them kind of mulls around, and I think she goes back out, and the other one, she's trying to help out. For some reason, she pulls her gun. There's no mention of weapons. There's the guy's not saying I'm going to pull my gun on you guys. So for some reason she decides to pull her gun, and as soon as she pulls it, you hear a pop. That's her gun going off, and it shoots one of her buddy officers in the leg. As you can see, he's walking off towards the back of the store. He's hobbling like he's shot in the leg. At this point, she still doesn't realize that it was her gun that went off, and she assumed it's the perp that pulled the gun and shot it. And so she double taps the guy and kills him. Now I think both of these police incidents this weekend was in Ohio. So in her case, no, I forgot the other case I watched on it was on Rakita Law's channel. Yeah, check him out. When there's an interesting case that he wants to cover, it's usually, of course, during the day, but definitely check out his channel. He does have, especially if there's a case that you're interested in, and he's probably going to cover it too. So, and he does live streams of it. Yeah, we're talking 8 hours, because court cases start in the morning and they end at 5, 6 in the afternoon. Damn, I forgot her name. I think it was in the case was in Minnesota. I forget her name. This is also a female officer who thought she drew a taser and shot the perp. And she only shot the perp once, and she realized, oh shit, it's my real gun, not my taser. And I think she got what is it? I think she got 20. Of course, her attorneys is appealing it, but appeals, of course, she's still got to serve time. The appeal probably won't go through, or she probably won't get a appeal hearing, until next year. So during that time, she's got to serve in jail, and it was also, I think, time served for the time that she was sitting in jail while she's waiting for her case. Yeah, and in her case, you can say she innocently, or I wouldn't say innocently, definitely thought she had a taser in her hand, and she shot the guy once. It's like, oh shit, But in this case, this officer, I have a feeling she's going to, but she didn't yell taser. Well, because the video has audio, you can hear the guys talking, you can hear them struggling. She definitely, but she'll probably say just like this, Kim Potter, that's it. But in the case of Kim Potter, she's yelling taser, 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 a few times before she fires. But in this case, she just pulls her gun and it goes off, which means she has bad trigger discipline. Pulling your gun out, it should never go off unless your finger is on the trigger, which means she's either not practicing at the range or not practicing, because police officers can practice drawing. So in her case, she shoots the guy twice, and she never yelled taser. So in her case, if Kim Potter got 20 years, or I think it was 29 years. Yeah, she got 29 years and something like 5 years probation. So after she served her 29 years, there's a 5-year probation. But again, she's appealing it, maybe get a lesser sentence. But yeah, Kim Potter got 29 years. And this is in Minnesota. Cop hating. Defund the police, Minnesota. Ohio too. This lady officer, she's in the wrong place to be going. she's in the wrong state to be going up on murders. Yeah, they're probably going to try to get her for murder. So she's in the wrong state. And the other one, so a guy, I'm assuming it's the lady's boyfriend. So I guess there's a dispute between him, the deceased, and this lady. So he, and guys have done this, where they show up to the girlfriend's house with gun in hand. This guy decided to unload on his girlfriend's apartment, for which she's in there with her 2 kids, and her apartment is riddled with bullets. So of course the cops get called. They show up, shoot him dead. And again, the white liberals, BLM and Antifa, they're all up in arms. About 4 or 5, I'd say about 10 folks, all of them, there was one black lady. If you look at the video, there's one black lady, but the rest of the people are white liberals. So they decide to show up to where the shooting occurred, which is at the lady's house. She comes out and tries to calm the crowd down. She's like, hey, he was shooting at my house. Please, please leave. He was shooting at my house. I almost got shot. There's bullet holes all over my kitchen, my hallway. everyone please calm down and leave. And of course these white liberals, you can clearly hear them in this video. One of them goes, well, you're alive, shut up. Yeah, that's their mentality. The lefties love criminals. It's like this lady is the victim. They're telling her that, oh man, well thankfully you're alive, you need to shut up and sit down. Same thing that the pro-abortions tell men, you need to shut up and sit down. So they're telling this lady to shut up because she survived. So if the lady was shot and killed, or if one of her 2 kids were shot and killed, or both of them were shot and killed, then it would have been okay for the police to kill the guy. Well, that's not how the law works. When the cop shows up, you drop your gun, hands up, hands up, don't shoot, drop the gun. That's why the Buffalo shooter is alive, because he dropped his gun, hands up, don't shoot. The Highland Park guy, in Chicago, same thing. He didn't draw his gun on the police. He did the hands up, don't shoot, and got on the ground and was arrested. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that when cops pulled up, this guy pointed the gun at them and he got lit up, and and I feel sorry for the lady. It's like these protests are giving her. They're giving her hell. It's like they're giving her no pity. It's like we're here to protest the police. We want to get our Nike loot, our Gucci loot. All right, doggy, take your toy, go in the house. Go. You dropped it. Take your toy and go in the house. Okay, and of course, Biden came back from Saudi Arabia with no oil. And yes, we are still buying Russian oil. And again, if we keep tapping into our reserve, experts are saying that in about 18 months, this is a year and a half, we will run out of reserve oil. So what's happening behind the scenes? People who knows people, or people who work in the oil industry, they're saying that right now, all of the I guess drilling rigs that were shut down, they're being reopened, and they're telling the workers to work 24/7, double shift if you have to. So now that of course the Biden administration realized, hey, look, man, we're screwed. Iran won't give us any oil. Russians selling us oil, but it's not enough. Venezuelans ain't giving us oil. The Saudis ain't giving us oil. So now we got to pump out some oil to at least to placate the people until the midterms. That's basically what it's doing, because the price of oil has gone down. I mean, price of gasoline has gone down. It's gone down about 40 to 50 cents. And that's because, they've reopened the drilling rigs, and they're having the poor guys. And guess what? It's our tax money that's paying these guys overtime. So either way, we're being screwed. You're being screwed at the pump, and you're being screwed at the oil rig, where the guys are pumping the oil out of the ground. So. Yeah, so it's our taxpayer that's paying these guys to work 24/7, double shift. Because when you shut down the rig and you fire the workers, suddenly you reopen up these rigs, in a panic, because hey, we're going to run out of oil, and we need you guys. And these workers, they're not going to sit on their hands. They're going to go find jobs elsewhere. So now you can tell those guys, hey, to leave your other job that you find, come back and work on the oil rig. So guys who decide to go back to work at the oil rigs, yeah, they're being worked like dogs, and again, it's coming out of the taxpayer's pocket, our pocket. Yeah, and of course you can tell the Saudis weren't going to deal with Biden. Look at the picture, look at the video when Trump shows up. Again, it's the red carpet. the king and the prince goes and meets Trump. This one was like the governor of Mecca goes and meets Trump, not Trump. The governor of Mecca goes and meets Biden, or should I call him Pedal Joe Peter? That's my new name for him. And then when he leaves, it's the governor of basically the governor of another province in Saudi Arabia goes to see him off. The king doesn't meet him, and the king doesn't see him. The king doesn't even go to I think that at the meeting, the one that where they're making fun of Joe Biden. That's the prince. The king doesn't even show up. That's the prince of Saudi Arabia that's sitting in the middle. I'm pretty sure the king's like, son, go talk with the idiot. Hackle him. Make fun of him if you want. But go talk to the idiot and tell him to leave. And of course, the Saudis and the Russians are trading oil. So that's why, temporarily, maybe until the midterm, but I don't see price of gas going down to the 2020, before Trump left office. Like I say, here in Texas, it was as low as like $1.59. And yeah, you could put in $10, fill up half of your tank and go to work, for a few days if you had to. $10 now won't even get you to work. Most people, on average, people who live in a mid-size or large city, about 60 to 70% of the people that work in downtown or work in the big city, they commute from the suburb. And on average, it's about a 20 to 30 mile one-way trip. That's kind of like me. I'm out in the suburb. And for me, it's about a 25 mile one way. So it's 50 miles. $10 won't do it. So, and yeah, and I admit I'm one of those goofballs who, because I'm lazy, but I'm one of those goofballs that will drive my car until it gets down to the, not until the low fuel light comes on, of course, but I'll drive till it gets down to like the quarter mark. And I'll tell myself, okay, well, on the way home or during lunch, I'll go get gas, which I do. And again, back in the Trump years, you could put in $10, and yeah, you can make almost the whole week if you baby it, I guess. Yes, and I'll close it on this. Yes, they want us starving. They want us eating bugs, and I'll reiterate: mass producing bugs is not viable. The people who try, you're going to see mass bug die off. Disease, including bacteria, virus infections, fungus, bugs such as crickets. They're vulnerable to fungus. I don't know what kind of fungus it is, but there's fungus infections. It's like a white growth that grows on them. Yes, I know. I have lizards. I tried raising crickets, and in my I think it's a 5-gallon tub. My 5-gallon tub. I should have went with the bigger tub. That's probably the problem. But I read online, most folks are, yeah, man, you just if you just got a couple of lizards, a 5-gallon tub will be just fine. And yes, you have to. You should get 2 5-gallon tubs. That way, when you're cleaning one, you can transfer your crickets to the other 5-gallon tubs. And one of the things that I encountered was my crickets kept getting fungus infection. And of course, the thing that I did was I had my starter crickets, they made it and stuff like that. And then I would buy crickets from the pet store, dump them in, and maybe it was the crickets from the pet store, because the pet stores they go through their crickets like within a week or two. Unlike you, the home brewer or the home breeder. I guess you're not brewing crickets, you're breeding. The home breeders, I'm not going through my crickets as fast, so there's a lot of poop. And yes, cricket poop stinks, I guess if you have a garden, or if you have a mulch pile, you can throw the cricket poop into the mulch pile, or put it in a small bag, throw it out with your trash. But yes, cricket poop stinks. I tried raising mealworms. I failed at that too. I got to like three generations, or three adults, and then they made it and had baby worms. And then something happened, and my stock died. I tried raising super worms, and same thing. I only got one generation before they I looked at the video. I read up on it. I got the little cups. You put them in. They curl up, and out of like 20, I'll do 20. I did 20 cups. Like 80% of them died. I'm like, what? I suck at this. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But hey, I don't mind supporting the breeders. All of them are in the South. Yeah, you can't breed. You can't breed insects in cold environments. Maybe that's why. I guess southern China is good. The Southeast Asia. The Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, Laos and Cambodia, those are tropics. It's 70, 60 degrees all year round, so you can breed insects easily. But here in the U.S., you gotta be in the southern states to breed insects, because they can't stand cold. Yeah, a little bit of cold and they will die. Well, let me see. Any other? Besides the Biden, yeah, and of course there's more audios. There's more leak audios, more leak videos, pictures, and all linking Biden to Hunter, and of course, as long as the Democrats control Congress, nothing will happen to Biden. So right now he's safe. So they're going to have to come up with something, mass mail-in boxes, yeah, that was the ticket that they were missing in 2016. They had the Dominion machines, they had the dead people. What they were missing was the mass mail-in ballots, and we're still a few months away from the midterms, and if states don't start passing the no mass mail-in, I guess unattended ballot boxes, I don't see Republicans regaining Congress. If that doesn't happen, it's going to be Democrats again, because yes, they are going to cheat. Cheaters do what they do, and we'll see what comes. The Greg Phillips, that guy, he's doing. Hopefully he has really good security. The guys, he's getting daily death threats. Greg Phillips and the other lady, I forget her name, but they're doing good work, trying to fix 2020. So yeah, enjoy your smoke, enjoy your cigar, enjoy your cigarettes. Weed was legal. I'm not even going to say meth, because meth will screw you up. Yeah, meth ain't legal anywhere. Well, I guess it's legal in the West Coast. I guess California, Oregon, Washington State. And yeah, and I guess you guys who vape, you're safe. Yeah, I guess since that Scottish ruling on the EPA case, again, the FDA, the ABC, alphabet agencies cannot make laws and rules. No, they can only, I guess make rulings. I don't know if it's rulings. They can only use laws that are in the books to enforce. That's what they are. They're law enforcing agencies. What these ABC agencies are. And thanks for watching. Well, it's hot.